That's bad.
Alright, just got here to Mid-Michigan Motorplex in Stanton, Michigan. Got jack unloaded. This place is busy as heck today for a test and tune. A lot of snowmobiles here. But truck's building boost on the brakes, so we're gonna see what kind of numbers we can run. Like I said in the last video, we're gonna start off pretty slow with it. I've got 5 PSI on the launch and then just putting 7 on the dome for right now. So we'll see what it does.
Talk like that.
Well, the truck has a history.
At this point. Pistons here, I think. Yeah? Oh yeah.
Whole oil pan's worth of oil.
Is spool better now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, before you get up there, put it on the brake one time just to make sure. We tested it at the garage before leaving. Yeah, so I've got it set for 5 PSI on the trans brake, and then I'm hoping it only makes like 15 pounds of boost. Maybe 14. I'll turn the bottle on. You what?
I said, yeah, fuck, I keep
Yeah.
Fuck! Damn it!
Then extend the arm.
Yep. Alright.
You ready? Make sure that thing's gonna work. Alright. Yeah, fuck it, I'll just ride with you. That's Brian's Falcon. Has a naturally aspirated, I think 351, just went 1070 to 123. Love that car.
Get up there now.
You might have to go all the way around. Well, ain't that just your luck? Get up there to finally make a pass after sitting in the lanes for an hour and it starts raining.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel it like crazy over on the other side of the tower.
Are you fucking kidding?
There he goes to save the day. Our hero. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this tune-up runs like maybe high 10s. I don't know.
Really hoping.
Because I got it turned down a little bit so that we can kind of sneak up on it. Because I don't want to try to launch on like 8-9 pounds and break an axle right away.
Yeah, that'd be next week.
Next pass. They should leave on about 5 and then make 14 or 15. We'll see. One way to find out. Alright, so first pass with Jack. Not great. Well, I shouldn't say not great. It was the fastest and quickest time slip we've gotten with the truck yet. But I had it turned down a lot, so it only made 12.5 pounds of boost. So I mean 120 mile an hour in a 4,000 pound truck, 12.5 pounds of boost. I don't think that's too bad. We got a lot that we can turn it up there, we know. The first issue is he's just uncomfortable just sitting there, especially on a tree. When he sees the green light, he has a hard time just sitting there. So he only let it make like 2.5 pounds of boost, and he left on that. But after that, everything was good. So I'm gonna turn the dome pressure up, because this was, I think, 7 pounds of dome pressure made 12.5 pounds of boost. So I'm gonna put 10 pounds on the dome. I expect it to get closer to like 18, 19, maybe 20. We'll see. And he just needs to let it sit on the trans brake for a second, because that was, I think, 2 seconds on the trans brake, give or take. Fueling through the run. All of the fueling looked great. Low 11 AFR, which is hovering right around the target of 11.2. And he could RPM it a little bit more, because that was only 6,700 from first to second, and then 6,600 went through the traps at probably 6,300, give or take. But it wasn't making a whole lot of power either, so once we put some power into it, it'll RPM a lot faster. So, gonna put this new tune in it and hope that we miss the rain again and try and make another pass. Alright, well, that was, I don't want to say a waste of a track day, but very lackluster. We were there for 3.5 hours, and we got one run before we ended up saying screw it and just load it up and going home. No one's fault in particular. There was just snowmobile crashed or did something. I don't remember that one. And then we were able to make our first pass, which was more or less a throwaway. Like, I did get a little bit of data from it that's interesting, but more or less it was a junk run. And then the rest of the time, by the time we were ready to make another pass, there was just oil down after oil down, and it was just taking way too long. So we said, screw it, loaded up, and came back home. But like I said, it's not all for a loss. I did learn a few things. Learned that 7 PSI on the dome makes right at 12.5 pounds boost with the new turbos, which is good. And also learned that the new turbos on 12.5 pounds runs 120 out the quarter, which, based on the Wallace Racing calculator, is like 520 horsepower at the wheels, which isn't really too bad, because the old turbos on 23 pounds of boost only made like 730 at the wheels. So I feel like that's looking pretty good. I was really hoping to see what like 18 or 19 pounds of boost would have done, because like I said, we were just trying to sneak up on it. If I had known that we were only going to get one run, I probably would have just kind of not really swung for it right from the start, but I definitely would have had it turned up a lot more. But the track really seemed like the 60 foot just wasn't there. There was a bunch of cars spinning, and John's Blazer spun, and that thing never spins. So like I said, we were able to learn a little bit, and actually I'm pretty sure that was a new personal best with the truck. I know it's never been that fast in the full quarter, and I don't think we've ever had, I think it was an 1155 ET. I don't think that truck's ever been in the 11s before, which is cool. So it's disappointing on one hand, because we know what the truck's capable of now, but it's also very amusing to see how far the truck's come that we are now disappointed with an 1150 pass at 120 out of that thing. And yeah, that was like, I think a 1960 foot. So it was just a bunch of fuckery happening that made it not so great. So I'm excited to see what the thing's going to do with the new turbos once we're able to turn it up. Hopefully in the next week or two there's another test and tune we can take it to, preferably at Martin. Martin's a lot closer for us than Stanton is. I told him that like the reaction time and stuff like that, down the road we can figure that out. We can put a bump box in the truck, stuff like that. Although if we're leaving off a flashlight, it doesn't matter. The truck now spools up fast enough to leave off a flashlight, no problem. Even if we go in second, first, shouldn't matter anymore. I told him we got to figure everything else out first, and then we can circle back to bumping in and things like that. So he's like, all right, yeah, you're right. Just getting antsy. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, clicking that bell to get the notifications. I'll see you next time.